Hello friends, in today's video I'm giving my kitchen a good deep clean in anticipation of all the holiday cooking that is in my near future. Cooking in a clean kitchen isn't always possible, but when you can plan ahead a bit before those big holiday cooking days, it makes it that much more enjoyable. Plus, it makes cleanup from those hectic days so much easier. So pop my video on your TV, tablet, or phone and clean along with me, or sit back and relax with your favorite drink and stockpile this cleaning motivation for future use. Hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like my video, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell notification for more inspiring motivational videos. Let's be friends on Instagram too. You can find me at Home with Elizabeth. Hi friends, happy Monday. In full transparency, this video was actually filmed November 21st. I talked about it in a couple of my past videos that I'd filmed a couple videos before I really came back. Like I thought I was coming back, and so I'd started filming some videos, and I didn't have it in me to get them edited and get them put up. So I did just save them because they really are good motivation, especially this one. Like I said, it was November 21st, and I was giving this kitchen a deep clean before we had to cook Thanksgiving dinner. My husband is the big holiday cooker, and so I told myself that I'm going to give this kitchen a good cleaning for him so that he has a nice clean slate to cook all of our delicious Thanksgiving food. So that's what this is. But friends, I'm releasing this on December 22nd, and we have Christmas coming up where we're probably going to cook big Christmas dinners. So this is just as relevant now as it was a month ago. So if you need a little extra inspiration, motivation to give your kitchen a good deep clean, come on along with me and let's get this done. So for the first time in a long time, maybe even ever, I actually started on the opposite side of my kitchen. I started in my dining room area. Only because I knew that it was mostly it's just wiping down stuff. Like I wasn't decluttering anything, I wasn't organizing anything. But I do not wipe, especially my pantry stuff and my coffee bar stuff. I don't wipe it down on a daily basis. I don't even wipe it down on a weekly basis. So I knew that that was where I wanted to start so that I would make sure that I didn't fizzle out, didn't get tired, and that I got it done. So we started on this end so that I was going to make sure that it was going to get done. So all I am using is, you guys have seen this bowl dozens and dozens of time. It's an extra mixing bowl I have. I use it a lot for when I'm cleaning. And it has hot water and a squirt of my Dawn Platinum in it. And you're gonna see, even when it comes time to wiping my counters and stuff like that, I'm gonna use this. I'm not using any type of spray because I just wanted a good basic clean. And this stuff cuts through the dirt, it cuts through the dust, it cuts through the grease. And I knew that it was gonna get a lot of the germs gone too because I was using the hot water. So we got all of our pantries wiped down, we got our table wiped down, and now we've moved to our fridge. I'm also giving all of these appliances a good wipe down with this rag and this hot water, and then I will come back later with my Wyman stainless steel cleaner and we're gonna get them shined up. But I just definitely wanted to get the dirt, the dust, and all the sticky stuff off first. And of course, this garbage can has seen it, friends. It's been through the war. It definitely needed a good clean. So we're gonna hit that next. And while I'm cleaning it, I'm gonna introduce myself. So hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Elizabeth. I'm a 51-year-old wife and stay-at-home mom to 7 adult/teenage children. I have 2 girls that live outside the home. They're 27 and 23. I have 3 boys that live mostly in the home. My oldest is 21 and he is in his junior year of college, so he's really only home during long breaks and stuff like that. But then I have a 17-year-old and a 16-year-old. They're both in high school. I also have 2 bonus boys. They're my 16-year-old twin nephews who I got custody of a while ago. On my channel, you're going to find cleaning motivation like this. It's garbage, friends. No one can hit the garbage can 9 times out of 10. So you're going to find lots of cleaning motivation, cleaning inspiration, a little bit of organization, decluttering, and even a little bit of decorating. But what you're going to find lots and lots of is real life. I like to keep it very real here on my channel and share my perfectly imperfect life with you all. I strive to help others not feel so alone in this world and to help them realize that the best way to live their life is as their most perfectly imperfect self also. So if this sounds like content that you would enjoy watching, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'd love to have you join my community. So now that we've moved on from the garbage can, we are getting this dishwasher loaded with a little bit of dishes that were in the sink so that I can start cleaning over here. So this is just like a food storage dish. It's not a food storage. What does my son call them? Food prep. It's a food prep dish that he uses. I'm just getting it washed real quick because I didn't have any other stuff to wash just yet. I will a little later in the video when I come back to this. But I was just getting it washed real quick so that I could dump out my dirty water from the dining room area and get this refilled for cleaning on this side of my kitchen. So as you saw there, I just showed you my Dawn Platinum. I discovered it, I think, at my old house, friends. I think I've been using it for about 2 years. I always used to just buy the Walmart brand of it, like the Great Value Dawn. But something told me to try this Dawn Platinum. And I think it's because of that squirt bottle that it's in I showed you. I always used to like empty my soap into like a pump, but they never worked. So I thought I'm going to try this just to get the bottle, and then I can always continue to buy my Great Value brand and refill it. Well, friends, once I tried that Dawn Platinum, it was a game changer. It is the best grease cutter in the world, and I will probably never use anything else. I will continue to buy that Dawn Platinum, and I use it in so many places in this house, just not for my dishes, but I use it to clean. I use it in my laundry area sometimes. I use it in my bathroom. It's the best grease cutter. So again, I just showed you that that's what I'm using to clean all these counters here. So before I get this stove started on the stove, I'm going to get all of our containers refilled with our pepper, our salt, and our table salt. We have a little container of that table salt so we can use it to salt water and stuff like that. And then we have the grinders that grind the big sea salt and the big peppercorns. So this stovetop was going to get a workout for Thanksgiving. It's going to get a workout for Christmas too. But so I came in with my Dawn Platinum water and my Scrub Mommy to scrub it all up. And then I'm also going to bring out my razor blade to scrape some stuff up. And we're using our Wyman's glass top ceramic cleaner to shine it all up. We're going to get this thing ready to go so that my husband has a nice pristine stovetop to start cooking Thanksgiving dinner on. So I want to take a minute and thank everyone for your thoughts, your good thoughts, your prayers. When I posted in my community post the other day about my son's checkup for his leg. So if you're new around here, back in September, my son broke his leg in like the 4th game of his season, his senior year season. It was around September 19th. We ended up just going to the local hospital that night to get x-rays to see if it was broke. I mean, we were pretty sure it was broke, but you know, we just wanted confirmation. We got it x-rayed and it was an unusual break in his fibula. Most fibula breaks happen near the ankle, which is technically a broken ankle, but he was hit very high that night, and high from the bottom and then high from the top too. So his break is up higher on the fibula. It's like near the calf muscle, which is a very, very, very unusual break in the fibula, because the fibula is not a weight-bearing bone. I think the doctor told me it only carries about 5% of your weight. So when it gets broke, it gets broken in that area that carries that weight, which is like the ankle. That night at the ER, we found out it was broke. Because it was so high, they did not have any type of boots for him, so they had to put a hard type splint on it. So they molded some like plaster of Paris to like the back of his leg and the front of his leg, and then they just wrapped it with like a ace bandage type thing. And we were told to contact the orthopedic surgeon on that following Monday when they opened up. So we went to see the orthopedic surgeon, and he was like, oh yeah, he's like, you know, it's just, it has to heal. You know, we're not going to cast it. You just have to be in a tall boot. Just use the crutches until you get used to walking on the boot. And then, you know, you can walk on the boot. Wear the boot all the time at school or if you're out. But if you're at home, you don't have to wear the boot. After 2 weeks, you know, you can start taking the boot off to drive. So we went on this for about 4 weeks, and then we were going back in 4 weeks. So we were back for 4 weeks, and we had the x-ray. And he's like, okay, he's like, you can stop wearing the boot. And I'm like, well, can I see what it looks like? And so he showed me the x-ray, and I would have swore it was the original x-ray. Like, it was a jagged, broken bone. And I was like, okay, so that's weird. But we just went with it. I mean, we'd used other orthopedics in the practice before, but never for a big bone. It was mostly for like fingers. So he was to have no regular activity for 2 weeks. He needed to wait 2 weeks, and then he could go back full force, which he was excited because he wanted to wrestle his senior year. So we wait the 2 weeks, and then he starts getting back into exercising and lifting weights and going to the gym, and he was just in constant pain, and like he was still limping, and I'm like this is not right. Like, this is like something needs to be checked. So I'm like, maybe I should just call the children's hospital. I'm like, well, let's go to our pediatrician first. So I called, and my pediatrician was on vacation, but I'm like, we can't wait. So I'm like, yeah, we'll see the other doctor in the practice. I'd never seen him, but like, I love everyone in that practice. So we went down, and of course they didn't do x-rays, but they felt all around, like he did his job. And so I showed him the x-ray of 4 weeks healed, and he's like, that doesn't look really right to me. I'm like, I didn't think so either. So he's like, let's refer you to an orthopedic surgeon at our children's hospital, which is about 2 hours away. And I'm like, absolutely. I'm like, that's what I wanted. So we had to wait about a week, which wasn't too bad. And she was like, we went in, they did x-rays, and she's like, I cannot believe that you were cleared. She's like, that's absolutely crazy. So she put him on another 4 weeks of 0 weight bearing on this leg. And it was tough, like, because he kind of went backwards, but it's what he needed. So we also had blood work done that day too, because she said, you know, let's just check. She's like, I want to check your vitamin D. Well, here his vitamin D was low too, which wasn't necessarily like, it could have been low because his bone had been broken and his body is using all that vitamin D. And because it's winter and we live in the Northeast and there's 0 sun, his vitamin D was low because of that. Not necessarily it was low because he wasn't getting enough vitamin D. So we did up his vitamin D naturally: milk, cheeses, yogurts, broccoli, all that good stuff. And then we also started a vitamin D supplement. So waited another 4 weeks, and then that's just when this last doctor's appointment came in. And as I posted, I showed you guys the updated x-ray, and it is healing. There was a lot more growth of bone from the 8-week to the 12-week than there was from the 4-week to the 8-week, if that makes sense. So while it's still very slow healing, it is definitely healing. So he has been cleared for weight-bearing exercises. Of course, he has to start slow, like with a walk, working up to a jog, working up to a run, and same with like lifting weights. He needs to do low weights, high repetitions, and of course, if he feels any discomfort, he has to back off, give it a week, and then start that process over again. And well, it ruined his plans for wrestling, and I feel terrible that I didn't listen to my instincts the very night it happened. I just have to tell myself that we really only lost 4 weeks, the original 4 weeks with the original doctor. And if we would have went to the children's hospital that night or even that Monday, he still would not have been able to wrestle because he still would not have been healed. He would not have been released by them. So the moral of my story is, thank you for all the good thoughts and the prayers. They're working. And also, always listen to your gut. Listen to that little thing in your gut that says, maybe, because more than likely, it's right. All right, excuse the banging if you hear it in the back. My husband's downstairs doing the floor. But this is why I did not clean my sink earlier in the video, because I always start in this corner to clean my counters, and then I come right over and clean the sinks, but then I have all of this to clean and all of this, and then I'm usually cleaning so long that I need a snack, so then my sink fills back up with dishes, and it's like, why did I even clean it? So the only thing we have left in this kitchen to do is mop. And I'm going to load what I can in the dishwasher and then start the dishwasher and then hand wash what I have to, dry it real quick, and then scrub my sinks. So let's get to that. All right, so as I was yammering on, giving that update to my son, I just literally been finished cleaning this kitchen, wiping everything up, decluttering, putting stuff away. I talked about my sink, how I finally wised up and didn't clean my sink right away because it just gets dirty again. And I don't know why I did this, but I didn't clean my fridge in the beginning of the video because I didn't think I would have enough time, because my husband is actually home this day. This was like his first day of Thanksgiving break, and he was finishing our floor downstairs, which you guys have already seen in my last 2 videos that you've seen it fixed. But I didn't think I was going to have time to do the fridge. Well, I got everything clean and I'm like, I have time to do it. So we're just giving this fridge a quick clean out. As you can see, I'm just taking things out like shelf by shelf and then wiping it down and kind of giving everything a good wipe on the bottom before I put it back in. And I do declutter a few things that are like out of date and stuff like that. But this was another thing that it just needed cleaned out because I knew we were going to shove a lot of food in here. So friends, if you have a spare 20 minutes this week before Christmas hits, and you don't get anything else done, get your fridge cleaned out. Pull it out shelf by shelf like I'm doing here. Wipe off the shelf, wipe off the bottom of your stuff, and put it in. Your future self will thank you for when you have to put leftovers from Christmas into the fridge.
Guess we're doing science experiments now in the refrigerator.
And yes, get your moldy fruit out. Again, your future self will thank you. I even do the doors, like with the condiments, which I was really proud of myself. If you don't have time to do that, like that's not a big deal. A lot of condiments, at least at my house, don't get used during the winter time. It's usually mostly just the main fridge. But if, like I said, if you have a spare 15-20 minutes, just do it real quick. Just get it done. And I'm going to show you the water after I finish this, and you're going to be like, ooh, yeah, Elizabeth, that needed cleaned out. Good thing you did that. And I'm hoping to, after the first of the year, do this again, this really quick clean, so that as soon as like the beginning of February hits and I start on my spring cleaning, this won't be as big of a job as it was last spring, because then I do pull out all these containers on the door, I pull out all the shelves, I pull out all the drawers, and wipe the whole thing. So I'm hoping this will help make that clean a little bit easier. And yes, friends, I am already thinking about spring cleaning, and winter just started. But that's okay. We got to keep ourselves like thinking ahead so that I can bring you guys motivation to get you in the mood for spring cleaning. All right, so now that we have everything cleaned in this kitchen, everything wiped down, everything cleaned out, everything disinfected with our hot water and our Dawn Platinum, we're going to wash these little bit of hand dishes that I've collected between beginning cleaning and now, and then we're going to get these sinks scrubbed. And if you watch, I'm going to pull out my Barkeeper's Friend, the liquid kind. We're going to get squirted in here. We're using our Scrub Mommy sponge to scrub all the gunk out of the sink, and then we're just going to rinse it. All right, friends, last 4 minutes of the video, we're gonna get this floor mopped and swept. Starting in our dining room area again, I am using my Tyneco Floor 1 S5. I've had this for about 1.5 years. I bought it in Memorial Day of 2024. It's the best thing since sliced bread. I will never not have a wet dry mop, especially if I continue to have dogs for the rest of my life, because they're wet, they're messy, and this makes for easy cleanup after them and my teenage boys. So we're just getting this floor mopped. I'm going to show you 2 very satisfying dirty water pours because this floor was nasty. So I'm going to let you go right now, finish watching this video. A little bit of floor motivation here to help you get your floor spick and span. But I want to thank you for joining me today, friends. Thank you for clicking on this video and watching it. You'll never know how much I appreciate it. I appreciate it beyond words. If you could give me a thumbs up, I would love that. It just lets YouTube know that you enjoyed this video. It lets me know that you enjoyed this video. If you feel like giving me a comment, drop below in the comment section and I'll make sure I read it. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, why the heck not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, then that bell notification so you never miss another one of my videos. And until next video, friends, I'll talk to you later. Bye.